For our community literacy project, we picked the Knolls Shores Aquarium because there are many forms of literacy from the moment that you get in your car to drive there and from the moment that you get out of your car to walk up to the doors. On our way to the ticket window, we saw an art exhibit and sculptures that you can read excerpts about, as well as soon as we got in the door, we saw a fish that was made all out of recycled items. We were surprised with how many different ways literacy was implemented here at the aquarium. When you think of literacy at an aquarium, you really only think about the exhibit signs as well as like the signs of the exit and where the bathroom is. But here, although those are the biggest components of literacy, they over the years have begun to find different ways to appeal to the younger ages as well as presenting the information to them in a way they would understand. Throughout the aquarium, we saw many exhibits, and each exhibit has a different form of literacy to share information about the animal or the marine area that is shown in the exhibit. For example, we saw posters with words, and we saw technology incorporated as well. So we saw interactive technology where you would click and it would tell you information as well as give you the sound of the animal. And we also saw technology whereas it was a TV and it was playing a clip as well as citing the words on the screen. In the aquarium, people are using literacy to do a lot of type of things. So we saw literacy being used to communicate, to listen, to read, talking, learning vocabulary, and comprehending the information and the messages that the aquarium was trying to get across to its visitors.
You see literacy used throughout the aquarium?
Sure. Well, we have different habitats throughout the aquarium where there's conservation messaging. So whenever they walk in the door, they'll learn more about how they can impact these environments, how they can help protect environments out in the wild. And we have many conservation-oriented programs, and that's what we have here too. So if they're a visitor attending a program like the dive program that you saw the other day, we actually have guidelines. So all of the education staff make sure that they, during the program, will discuss conservation issues relating to that particular program and how people can become involved and help protect those areas. So we do actually go through these different guidelines whenever we're doing a program to make sure that the general public will have different things they can take away from the program and different actions they can take to help protect the wildlife species that we see in our area.
At the aquarium, we spoke with part of the educational staff. Her name was Susan Matthews, and she gave us a bunch of information and explained to us how literacy was used throughout the aquarium.
Do you think that this is a good place for kids and students to come to practice their literacy skills?
Absolutely. We have school children that come that are self-guiding, so they come with their teachers. We have resources online so the teachers can have a scavenger hunt with them where they find different animals throughout the aquarium, and then they would have some conservation questions about that animal so they can learn about how they can help that animal, and they can learn why that animal is important too. So we try to get those resources out to as many different areas as we can. We have Skype programs for teachers that can't come here, that we have programs with different animals about some of the projects that we do here, whether it's a sea turtle conservation program, whether it's a program where students go out into the field and learn more about the wetlands and the salt marshes and why they're important. So we have a wide variety of different education programs, whether they're coming for a specific program or whether they're walking in the door and self-guiding at their own pace.
The literacy used here at the aquarium is really to educate its visitors as well as get across the message about conservation and how that is important and how everything is tied together to the ocean, to unite the visitors and help them access knowledge about the marine life around them and how they affect it and what they can do to help it.
Books that our program that you have here. Can you explain that?
Right, so that's our Unite for Literacy program. We have a book that our education staff helps put together with Unite for Literacy about sea turtle conservation. And this is a digital book, so any teachers that had that link there, we're trying to get that resource out into the community. It's going to be available in 39 different languages, which is pretty exciting. And it's a book that once they click on the link, it will actually read to them. So the students that are learning how to read, we had a kindergarten group that came to our sea turtle program. We provide them with the link, and then the students actually looked at it with their iPads, and they went through and read the stories. It's really, really neat resource, and we're wonderful to share that with the community. And we do have other sister aquariums that have come up with similar books, and that's all on Unite for Literacy.